Greetings, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of this practice. We are becoming stronger, courageous, because we have decided to look at our own fears. That's only is enough. And we have come this far to be in that state. We will realize that the fear is actually my future agenda at stake. And in this present moment, if I come back and then I feel, it doesn't feel like fear, it feels like pain, or it feels like something I'm making up to make it, a lie. There are many instances and examples we can take from our life, and we would know what fear makes us do. And Babaji has told us to look at your life where you're denying your perfection. And for that, we need to understand our perfection. So I hope you enjoy this week, finding the space where you see you are perfect and what perfection you find in you. And really enjoy this journey, because life will put us in that state to experience, not just to, read and say, okay, Babaji is saying it, that's why it is true. It will put us in that state. The deepest of deepest fear will come out. So just be honest and look at it, what it brings. So with that, I would like to invite Nehaji for the session further today. And we are all most waiting for this session. And I welcome you, Nehaji.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Preeti. Thank you for this opportunity once again. It's a beautiful chapter, and I hope everybody is getting comfortable with this chapter because it is about health, right? We always wanted perfect health, and we are learning through this chapter that perfect health can be manifested. My voice is clear?
Yes, Neha.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we are learning through this chapter that perfect health can be manifested. It is a concept that most minds would not agree with, because when we see a health condition, or we are facing a health condition, or we see condition of others, we often get influenced with the thoughts that perfect health is a myth. I mean, when we see ourselves struggling with cold and fever or bad throat or allergies, how can we say that this is perfect health? We are having chronic conditions, we are having pain in our leg, in our back. How do we say that? So our mind will always keep coming with the thoughts that you are struggling to get yourself together. How can you be perfect? And as we heard yesterday, that the definition of perfection in our mind's eye is that body which has no ailments at all physically. And to this mind, if we say that you are perfect, of course it is going to retaliate. It is not going to accept it easily. It is going to take your energy to those places where you don't feel perfect, to all those areas of life, to all those ailments which we have. It's going to say it's not perfect. It's going to happen. So these are the kind of influences we need to be aware of always whenever we are manifesting. So in the first few paragraphs of the book only, we have been reminded again that we first be in the space where we believe that perfect health can be manifested. And if we don't even completely believe it, at least we are willing to believe it, because now we know our essence, we know our divine nature. We have been practicing for so many weeks to accept this divinity, that we are perfect and nothing can happen with us, right? It is, if we do not believe on this very fact, then our starting point is not clear. If we are doubtful about this very fact, then we cannot manifest a perfect health. So the aura cleaning procedure has to be done. There is no shortcut, and we need to be sure that we are communicating with our higher self, because we are always, we live in a society and we are always having too many influences around us, and we can get carried away and not believe in perfection at all. So like when we drive, for example, we ensure safety, right? We put on the seat belt because we know that in material world we are going out, and many things happen. So we put on our seat belts, and many of us just wear seat belts with the fear of being hit, or some kind of accident will happen based on our past experiences, or we have seen some accident, so hence we put it. But we don't think um, of good thoughts when you put a seat belt. Like, no, now I'm safe and I am protected with the seat belt, and nothing will hamper my journey. Even if we go on flight or something, we have this constant fear in our mind, to put the seat belt. So now when the focus is on those things, then how will we create an experience full of divine qualities? So whenever we are doing the aura cleaning, it is more for making our experience rich, to make us feel more joyful about the whole process, not be fearful of this or that influence, that something which is in the unknown world can come and affect us. No, we are just making our experience perfect first, so that we can go ahead with any kind of manifestation. So aura cleaning is basically like a program that you are feeding into your deeper subconscious levels, that you are love, and you send love and light to anything which doesn't consider itself as love. So, and our existence is so vast, we don't even know. It's all over the place, right? It's everywhere. We are all pervading. We are omnipresent. So anything in this existence which doesn't consider itself as love, we are sending love to that. So we are aligning ourselves to love and other things also in love. So that is the starting point of manifestation. There you connect with your higher self. The starting point is clear. So we have to make sure that these exercises in the book, the manifestation exercises, will work only when we are aligned with our own divine nature. So we have been also reminded that do not add anything to this course. Don't anticipate and don't feel you are ready for more specific creating formulas. Safety first is always your consideration. So this is what, when we talk about health, then we start doing a lot of things. We start changing our diet, we start doing exercises and this and that, and everything we add when we talk about health. But it says that take this chapter as it is and ensure safety. All these influences which are always around us, which is telling us to do this for your body, do this for your mind, we are constantly exposed to information. So protect yourself from those things for some time first, till you get the essence of this chapter. So now through this practice, we are comfortable with the truth of our being, right? We have understood through the book about our thoughts. In seventh week, we were told that we are that one thought that created everything. So we are connected with everything in that thought. And since the thought is created with God qualities, any aspect of it will give us the experience of God's qualities. So if we want to tune into an experience of perfect health, then first we have to tune ourselves with God and in God qualities. We have to be in complete acceptance of our divinity. There should be no questions, no doubts about it. And we were also told in the same chapter that we are sovereign creators and we have the free will to create our experience. So in God's thought, no such experience of pain or sadness or illness is there. But we create our own illusions. So now I'll just read out a line in that chapter. in the week 7, correcting thoughts. It says that in a very real sense, the world you create by your own thoughts is an illusion. It is not the truth. Truth has permanence and truth never changes. Truth describes the thought of God that created us and the cosmos. That thought is truth. And that thought tells of happiness, never sadness. So there's important thing to note here is truth has permanence and truth never changes. So in if we take that part of this chapter and then we look at perfect health, then we are identified with the body so much. We are identified with our thoughts and feelings, whatever we feel so much, the things that change. We never identify ourselves with the truth that that is unchanging. We never even accept that. We just put it in some corner. We don't even, we are not even aware of that. So when we are not attuned to that divinity, then how can we manifest perfect health? Because we don't know how we were created. We are not accepting that we are created as the image of God. So in this chapter, if we what I felt was that for a very long time we have looked at good health primarily from the perspective of our body, from the perspective of a disease, from a perspective that certain things and systems and functions that do not work in the body, some things are not functioning. And now slowly we are opening up much more to the concept of mental health, emotional health. But very often we work on these two concepts separately. If we are uh, doing something for our physical fitness, then we are not really working on emotional health. And if we are doing something, some sort of activity for our emotional health, we are not really focusing on physical health. So now we are told here to look at health in a more holistic and whole way, that all these diseases are not happening in the body just because of some external factors, but the root of it also lies in our thoughts, in our emotional and mental states. So it's a more holistic and whole perspective. And it also tells us about our divinity, that we have to integrate our divinity, our divine nature in our emotional, mental, and physical states. Then that whole combination gives us perfect health. And most of the people are not even aware of what their whole is, because we are trying in our capacity to keep our body healthy in externally in every which way. We are doing a lot of fitness programs and healthy eating and vitamins, and that we are doing everything in our capacity to keep ourselves healthy. But often we do not, we ignore the root cause of it, the thoughts. And so many times in recent years we have seen cases where people have died really young and they looked really fit, and they and also looked pretty emotionally sorted also. But the disease is not only physical always. There is emotional disease like stress, anxiety, fears, angers that we keep holding on to. And then there are intellectual diseases as well. The spiritual diseases, when we lack purpose, we don't have the energy to do anything. That is also a part of the disease. So these things affect our total health, the totality of our uh, of being healthy. All these things are in the subtle bodies, just not the physical body, but the subtle bodies carry all those things. So the thoughts which, like it says in the book, that this is a fact. The problem Like if we have a disease, the problem goes unnoticed because the connection of your thoughts to your health isn't that obvious. We don't know which thoughts might cause such a disease. But the common ones, the most stronger ones, Babaji has already hinted on those, are grudge and fear. These two emotions are so strong. And why it is strong? Because it traps us in the element of time. We are again in the past or in the future. So basically, grudge is something of the past that we are holding. We are just not letting go. And fear is something that can go wrong in the future. We are always anxious based on some experiences, some conditioning. We always think something can go wrong in the future. And this grudge or resentment that I'm talking about can be very simple ones. It doesn't have to be something very big, but in daily life, we have these things happening with our partners. And now, especially when we are shifting, we are transforming, then we can get into situations where people don't agree with us. They don't uh, align with our point of view. So there will be moments where uh, be we will be resentful. We will not like the way they respond to us. There will be moments. So those things also are getting part of our emotional systems. So we have to be aware that no matter what, anything, whatever comes in our external environment, it doesn't take my peace away, it doesn't take my divine nature away. And from there, I need to act. I cannot ignore those people around me. All I can do is be in the state of love and transmit love, no matter what. Although I can take my time, but because we are learning, but we have to be eventually in the state of love to create that experience, because experience creation is upon our hands only, right? So that's how we need to see things. And generally, when we have some kind of argument or difference in opinion, we shift into blame. And now that we are learning so much, I mean, we are trying to be peaceful, but deep down in our subconscious, the thoughts, we are putting those thoughts that this person doesn't get me. We are not able to look that person as it is. We still have a lot of judgments towards any situation, any person. So we have to go deeper into our subconscious thoughts, like and like fear and grudge. And fear could be anything. There could be a fear persistent in us because we may not be actively thinking about it, but it exists in us. Like if we have good financial stability, we are working and we have good everything we have. But since there was a situation, there was a time in my life when my parents struggled for money, or the financial situations were tight, I know how it felt. And those thoughts linger in me. And so whenever anything happens with my financial account, anything goes bad, I just get into a fight or flight mode. Something is going bad. I am stressful. And those days, if you see, if something like that happens, if you really start tracing your headaches, your throat aches, your allergies, you will find there are deeper thoughts which are blocking something. On the face of it, you have rubbed it away, but deep inside, there are some things which are not in alignment, which do not agree with the things you are saying, the things you are trying to, uh, you know, uh, if you're trying to be peaceful, but inside there are things which you have not resolved. And that happens with all of us. So through this chapter, we go through those kind of thoughts which are hidden, and we think it's all sorted and it's gone, but it's there. And for grudge also, if I need to give an example, then it will be like someone borrowed some money and never returned it. I have been a kind person on the face of it, and I have given forgiveness and according to my old definitions. But internally, when I think about that person, I can't seem to think kindly about that person. And whenever bring that person in front of me, I just repeat the whole experience by feeling what it felt that time. It's a past experience, but I just feel it. And my body is again experiencing the whole pain, the whole trauma, everything. And slowly, slowly, this pattern, the fear and grudge, it becomes our lifestyle. That's how we think and that's how we approach things. And we are not aware of it. It goes deep, deep into us. And then it projects in the body as a disease. So, this awareness we need to have uh, whenever we are talking about health, where we are blocking that energy of love, which is the life force, which is said in this chapter. It is the life force. When we hold any grudge, any fear, we make a very big patch in our aura. Instead of creating that space with love, we drain it out. We can't hold it unless and until we have a powerful aura. We cannot be in perfect health. So the more we revisit those things, the more we think about those things, bring on the experience again and again, we make that hole in our aura bigger and bigger. So this chapter brings our awareness to these aspects of our day-to-day life, because we are a part of the society and a lot of things happen beyond our comprehension, and we don't know how to react, respond, deal with those things. Hence, we have to see health in a very holistic view, not just what we eat and how we exercise and all the physical ailments. And we have to become a vessel for the divine, for God, qualities to work through us. The vessel which we were originally made in the image of God, not a vessel with holes that we have made. Then, only then we will be able to execute what we called spontaneous right actions, which we learned in the previous chapter. Then our actions will be aligned with the qualities of God and not rooted in fear, insecurity, loneliness, those kind of feelings. And when we know this, the way to really maneuver our health, this health will benefit us and others as well. Because we are healing, if we are basically sending love to everyone and we are opening ourselves to receiving love also. When we are sending, we are also opening our channel to receive. It's a two-way flow. We have learned that. And then only healing happens. Healing will not happen if it's one-way traffic, both ways. So this is the awareness we need to have, that subconsciously we are blocking, scattering and switching off our energy. We are blocking that life force. And it's our own belief patterns about other person, other situation. So this is the understanding of the chapter. As now we go on the creating formula for perfect health. So we have been asked to create two formulas here. One is to expand on the list of thoughts that can inhibit our perfect health, and use our yes or no signal to verify communication with higher self. Now, why we have been asked to create two formulas? What I feel is that the first one is in a bigger perspective. It's not only like bodily health, but everything that we need to release to make our health more healthy and more, make our health perfect. So, and the second formula is that we pick out some health problem that we have experienced. It could be anything. It could be your general pains, aches, your chronic conditions, any kind of thing, and see what thoughts are needed for correction over there. What thoughts you need to correct there, and then make a claim based on that. So these are the two main formulas. And if the first formula that you are making, because if it is a claim which contains the bigger aspect, and it includes the elements of the second claim, which is the body part, then you don't need to repeat the two formulas. You can just use the first formula only. And we have been reminded to send love to everyone, close our aura that we have been discussing, and also go to sleep with thoughts of unification one night and thoughts of love and forgiveness the next night, because these are deeper layers, and we have to, every day we have to align ourselves with these qualities. And then that this alignment will actually let the perfection flow through us. So this is how I would end the summary for today. I hope some things are clear.
Yes, perfect, absolutely. You explained all important aspects of the chapter very well. Yeah, and the most there are a few important things that you mentioned, which all of us need to put more thought into. One is definition of perfect. How do we see perfect? Each one of us has a different understanding of perfect, and that's one important thing we have to focus on, right? And there are so many other things that you have mentioned which take us deeper into, right? Carrying the grudge, for example, your example about the grudge. How do we recreate that past into the present just because of the grudge, right? We experience the same pain, same trauma with the because of the grudge. So these are the things which create our disease. And important thing we need to realize is that our disease is our own manifestation as well, right? We are manifesting our disease because our disease is the result of our thoughts, right? So we are manifesting. So if we can manifest disease, we can also manifest perfect health. That part we have to understand clearly, right? Take ownership. Essentially everything boils down to our taking ownership of ourselves, that yes, I'm responsible. Now I know the way in which everything works. I am going to make changes. I am going to bring things in order now. And remember, when you try to bring your perfect health, your perfect definition will play a role there. Your definition of perfect will play a role, because your thoughts will align with that perfect, and those thoughts will get manifested. So just remember, the mechanism hasn't changed over the past few weeks. We are learning about how thoughts become things, essentially that, right? We are learning and we applying it to different aspects of our daily life. So thank you for this beautiful explanation. um, I just want to let you know that your internet is a bit weak, so during meditation, switch off your video. I will pin my
Okay,
screen. Yeah,
sure, I'll do that. Yeah, thank you.
thank you.
So we'll start with the meditation first, and then we can take up some questions, some experiences, because these are very real things. If you go back, like if when I was reading the chapter last year also and this year also, there were so many events that were coming in my mind where I have actually manifested some disease, some kind of thing. Like as a child, when we are not we are mostly in our divine nature, we think that, like for in my case, I saw a lot of people with conjunctivitis in a particular class, and they were all coming with glasses, the black glasses. And I thought it was very cool to come to school with those glasses. And I wanted to come in those glasses. And immediately I got conjunctivitis, and I wore those glasses and went to class. My conjunctivitis lasted just 2 days, So I actually manifested those diseases, and many things we have done like that. So if you go back and see, you will find such incidences where you have actually, our thoughts have that power to create what we think. So be aware on what the words you are saying internally, also what we are thinking about our pains. We are constantly thinking that, oh my God, this pain will never go away. This pain will never leave my body. We are giving that message to our subconscious, and that's how our bodies are going to react. So be more in awareness of the words we use. We have been reminded of the perfect right action. So that our words are also a part of action that we are taking. So let's do the practice, and then we'll know more about it. So you can prepare yourself for meditation. If you need a sip of water, you can do so. Prepare yourself, sit in a comfortable posture. A good posture is a good start, because it lets the energy flow in the right way. Inhale and exhale. And come to this moment. Completely relax. The first and foremost is that we get comfortable with our breath, the way we breathe in this moment. Watch your breath. The gentle inhalation and exhalation. Just be a witness to that. Completely relax your body. Feel this life force of love entering through your head, making you calm and relaxed, bringing you to this moment, taking all the worries of past, all the anxiety of the future away. For some time, just keep it aside, all the thoughts. Make space for this perfect health to flow, to be manifested through you. Feel this energy of love around your head. This gentle energy now going into your shoulders. Loosen your shoulders. Relax your hands, arms and palms. Just relax completely. Let this energy move into your whole body. Let this energy move between the spaces of your fingers. Feel this energy in your chest, your upper back, abdomen, lower back, your hips, reproductive area, thighs, knees, calf muscles, your feet, sole of your foot, and this energy is grounding you to this comfortable spot in this moment. Slowly begin to shift your awareness inward to your heart center, the space of your heart. Feel this quiet, still center of your being. Feel your heart gently beating, steady, calm, composed. And with each heartbeat, just visualize a soft energy radiating outward like ripples in the pond. There's no need to force anything. Just allow your heart to soften, to receive, to rest. Feel this love, this life force energy embracing you. You are radiating love energy throughout your aura, throughout the room, throughout your house. like those ripples which are expanding. This love is now reaching to all the uninvited influences. All the thought forms residing in our aura. Feel this love. To all those holes, patches in our aura, which we are unaware of. And mentally feel these words. You can repeat if you want. I send love and light to all uninvited influences in my aura. You are all whole and healthy. Each of you was created as love and light. And you are still love and light. Each of you feels no pain now. You are perfect. You are not afraid. Each of you has a perfect place to go. And I ask my higher self to take you there now. Each of you go peacefully. I send love to all thought forms around me. And tell them, I am love. So are you. I close my aura to all except my higher self. Notice the center of your heart. How it has opened a bit more. Our higher self is ready to guide us and show us all those places where we have held these strong, deep emotions, grief, resentment, grudges, fear, and shame. These were our own thoughts. And now we don't give power to those thoughts anymore. We invite God's love as a healing balm to release and heal these thoughts. So ask your higher self for a signal now. My dear higher self, please give me your signal now. See how you feel physically, energetically. And if you are ready, then we are ready to receive today's message from our higher self. We are ready to receive the wisdom of manifesting perfect health. So get your pen and paper ready. And write this claim, believing that it is already in action as we write and as we think and as we release it to the natural laws of creation. God and I claim and accept thoughts of manifesting perfect health with forgiveness and thanks. Amen. Many things from the past are holding us, making our vision blurry, making us see things in a way which is different from God's thought. And only when we see from the eyes of the Creator, we will be able to send love to all those places and let this life force move freely everywhere in our body, in our being. Because God is omnipresent. He's present everywhere. Love is present everywhere. Everything and everywhere I see. And even where I can't see. Love is not limited to space and time. that we will get love in a particular time, or we will find God in a particular place. God is right here with me, right now. God is the present moment. He's never absent. And when I open my heart to Him, I find Him in me, and I'm one with my Creator. Feel the presence of God with you in this very moment. As God is omniscient intelligence, everything He has made is for an intelligent and divine purpose. He knows the slightest details of His creation. A creation that is as perfect as me. Perfect creation. I am the same perfection. And the same omniscient intelligence too, as I'm made in the image of God. God is light, a light so pure, without any traces of darkness. And I am light too, because I know God. I know I am made in His image. If I know Him, then there is no darkness, only light. God is love. He does not try to be love. He is love. That's His essence, the substance. That's His nature. I am made of the same essence, same substance which He has made the whole creation with. Love. Tell all your cells, I am love as God is love. See how happy they are. God is compassion. And His compassion is not limited. It is endless. It is like a river that never runs dry, never runs dry. It never stops for anyone. Flowing to each one of us, and you can feel it. Look at the times when He has lifted you up from the biggest challenges in life. The times when you felt you did something or spoke something bad. Anytime you were away from your divine qualities, you were still accepted as a part of His creation. His compassion is what has brought you here. And the same compassion is me. My compassion also flows without judgment. I am one with my Creator. I am so tender, so kind, and joyful as God. These qualities are my inheritance. Perfect everything is my inheritance. I claim that perfection. I claim now that I am manifesting perfect health in my life and accept perfect health. Let us come into awareness of all the thoughts that prevented us from manifesting perfect health. Feel your higher self signal and ask. As they say, you ask and it will be given. So ask. My dearest higher self, now please reveal to me the thoughts that prevent me from manifesting perfect health. Let those thoughts come in. You observe them as a witness. See in what situations you have blocked this life force of love. Perhaps it is around some illness. or some loneliness that you feel, some separatedness that nobody understands me. Some rejection in the past of what you felt and what you thought. They were never considered important. Perhaps there is some grief sitting in deeper layers. A death of a loved one. That pain still sits there. Let them come up, face it. The grudges, the anger. Whenever you see that person, see how your body behaves, the tightness it creates in the chest, the feelings that come up. You don't want that again. You're fearful of that experience again. Sometimes we build our resentment towards God. We are angry at God because something was not done as we wanted. We felt God was not there. Feel these emotions come up. And notice which part of the body feels tight. Notice the pain. discomfort, bring to your mind anyone who has cut you off, completely ignored you. It feels painful when you think of that person. Can you send love in this moment to that person? Can you recreate the whole experience with God qualities? Write down those thoughts. Any events of life where you've held this anger, this pain, this fear. Our own illusions about how our body or personality should look has created a lot of suffering and pain. We get so conscious about our body, our smile, how our eyes look, nose look, that we don't enjoy this magnificent creation of God. We're always in self-blame. Or blaming others for the way we feel. Deal with those thoughts and heal those thoughts. I heal myself and release the thought that I have been hurt or insulted, or I hold a grudge. My body is in pain, or my body is not in perfect health. I know that I am love, I am light, I am perfect. This body is made of my thoughts. My thoughts cannot take this perfection away from me. I feel love. I am perfect now and will always be perfect. And love is the life force that will always protect me. I heal and release all my thoughts, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, that interfere with the claim to manifest perfect health. My thoughts are now one with God's thought. It's in complete harmony with Him. My heart is in a state of forgiveness. A state where I give love to all. And I don't hold anyone responsible for anything. I am perfect and so are they. I was lost and so were they. And now I come home, so I thank God for manifesting perfect health for me. I leave this claim to God and the natural laws of creation. My claim is now created, and that is the nature of natural laws. Amen. God and I claim and accept the thought now that I am perfect, I am love, I am light, I am truth, the unchangeable truth. I accept this thought with forgiveness and thanks. Amen. You have already set this claim in motion for your perfect health. Now ask your higher self for giving you the wisdom for manifesting perfect health. It could be about some health problem that you may have experienced or are experiencing. You can write out a creating formula. Checking the thoughts that hinder the creation of this claim. All the ways that we have closed ourselves from this life force of love. All the times when we are angry or judging or felt ourselves to be insufficient or ugly and pushed ourselves away. Bring yourself back and give it love. And just allow yourself to be the way you are. God is with you. Not as a distant figure, but as a loving presence that lives within you. And every breath is a reminder of that connection. Let's say a few words to thank our higher self. And this love that we have collected, radiate it to everything in the universe. Let the feelings of love go to every area of that you know and that are unknown to you. Let this love flow. You know how to send love. You know the feelings of love. Just center in your heart space and send it. And close your aura to all except your higher self, to be in this centeredness, to be in this space of love. Say, I close my aura to all except my higher self. Now slowly begin to return off to your body, feeling grateful for this practice today. Feeling grateful for this wisdom today, for Babaji's love, to this entire group of unified. Gently bring back your awareness. Take a few slow, long, deep breaths. Breathing in gratitude, breathing out peace. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch a little bit softly. And when you are ready, you can gently bring your palms to your eyes and open your eyes beneath it. Feeling this peace, this connection, and carrying this peace to the rest of your day. Let this guide you, your words, your choices, your thoughts. Trust that God is working through you. God is always within you, watching over you, walking beside you, living with you. You are safe, you are seen, you have divine protection always around you. You are loved deeply, unconditionally. Let this feeling empower you. Let's slowly come back. Thank you once again for being with me today and for this wonderful group energy. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you, Masters. You're back. You can slowly drink some water and share your experiences.
Thank you so much, Nehaji. Thank you for this beautiful meditation. If you have any questions, Masters, you can ask now. Yes, Jayaji, please share you.
Yeah. Today was yesterday. Today was a beautiful feeling. Uh, when I was 8 years old, it was the first time I heard that you are not the body but the soul, and I didn't understand what it meant, but I fell down, and my mom told me that, "Do you remember?" And said it. So I just remembered that we are something higher, and holding on to grudges, holding on to pain is what has caused. Um, I have thyroid since 20 years, and it was something that I held on to. So, as the meditation is going on, I'm letting it go, and there's a feeling of freedom, a feeling of let go, a feeling of everything is an illusion, a feeling of I'm playing a role. So, I feel lighter. So, then I thought of that beautiful song. आज मैं ऊपर आसमां नीचे, आज मैं आगे जमाना है पीछे, टेल मी ओ खुदा अब मैं क्या करूं, चलूं सीधी या उल्टी चलूं. I'm in a different zone.
Beautiful.
The Yeah, so it's not the situation has changed. There are issues that I'm dealing with. And like Nehaji said, in the past. So there is ways I have dealt with my past. But if something is going on in the present, I'm able to separate myself from it. Before I got involved in it, and I would get sick very often. And because of being to understand that the situation is not me and I am not the situation. And it has come into my life because I asked for it. That has been very elevating. Since I asked for it, then I accept it with gentleness and let it go. And so that feel like I feel like I'm flying. I feel like a kid again, which I lost along the way. Yeah.
Right. So you are rediscovering yourself.
Yeah.
That is the journey. This is
Yeah.
our spiritual journey.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we have to know who we are, each one of us. Nobody can tell us. We ourselves know, and so you are beginning to uncover yourself and see, okay, now I know who I am, slowly and gradually, and there is much more to know about yourself. So this is beginning of that journey, and the enjoyment part of it is a very clear indicator to you that you are on the right track. This is where you are now. You are aligning, right now you are beginning to come back to who you are. So that's a beautiful experience sharing. Thank you, and you sing very well. Thank you. Yeah.
I think the expressions are well um, expressed in a song. So every
Yes.
few days, when I feel the energy, extra energy, or the extra, the aha moment. So yesterday I couldn't join the first day, but I got up today morning and I was listening to it, and so many times it was like, oh, ah, yes. So, when suddenly you realize, and then the song comes up by itself for that moment, it's just
Yeah,
a good feeling. Yeah.
that's joy. Perfect. So thank you
Thank you.
thank you for sharing your joy. That is important as well, right? When we are filled with joy, it starts to overflow. And then the environment around us begins to feel that energy. And you are in that energy, and it's beautiful. Thank you.
I also
Thank
wanted to ask if there is somebody around me with negative energy and I can't avoid that person. Person is there around me or doing something that for me, like you said, is the wrong. Like for me, it's not right. In my eyes, it's not right.
Huh.
And it affects me in a lot of ways. So to separate myself from the situation sometimes becomes hard. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And at times
So,
it disturbs my sleep. At times, like you say in the meditation, that give love and light. But sometimes the negativity is so powerful that I feel fear, I feel scared, or I feel like suddenly wo wapas, and then
yeah.
again I have to talk to myself and feel better. But what is your suggestion on that?
The simplest thing, like when in meditation, Nehaji says, "Well, send love," right?
Hmm.
What is what is the meaning of that? It's a very deep thing. It's not just casual saying "send love." It's not that. There's a very deep meaning, and this is what we have been taught in this book right from day one. Send love. What is the meaning of that? Meaning of that is that you observed a person, and the first thing you observe about the person is the negative behavior, and that negative overpowers you. Now, remember, every person has also positive side to him or
Hmm.
her, right? We are in duality, we have both aspects to us. And if my eyes are catching on to the negative aspect of that person or object or place or whatever that is, if I am catching on to the negative vibe, that means I am tuned to that right now, at this moment. That's the station I am plugging into. I am getting into that station which has negative energy. Immediately disconnect. The moment you realize, oh my God, where am I going? Disconnect. Sending love process is that only. Disconnect from that discomfort and then retune yourself to the positive side of the same very person. Begin to dig into the positive side. What about that aspect of the person? The moment you bring your awareness, your energy will flow in that direction. You will tune into the positive side of that same very person, and who knows, you may start liking that part of it. Well, oh wow, I never thought of this. I never looked at this. I totally missed this aspect, right? So you have to, this is by practice. That's why we have been asked to practice sending love right from beginning. Is the process of sending love is whenever you think of someone, you send love to the person. How can you send love to a person? When you feel good about the person, you are wishing well for that person, your heart is filled with love for the person, right? Then you send love. So how can you reach the state of feeling love for the person? Is look at the positives in that person as well. Everyone has positive, everyone has negatives. Every situation, every place, everything that exists has both aspects. So we have to channel our energy into that direction, which is the positive side, right? Which, when I say positive here, this is not the worldly positive. It's not about that. This is about more aligned to the God qualities, that aspect, right? The more we are aligned to the God qualities, the better our experience of life is. We manifest better experiences, right? So when we look at someone, we know that this person is also made in the image of God, and that means this person also has those qualities that the God has, and I have too. So, which of those qualities are prominent in this person? Bring your awareness to that. Right? Does this person have kindness? Does this person have empathy? Does this person have love for someone? All those kind of things. Bring your awareness to that person. Does this person educate others? Does this person feel good for others? Does this person do something good for others? Right? That kind of thing. His or her external behavior is all that you will know about, because you can't go into the mind, right? So you will know whatever behavior that person exhibits, and from that discern the good and the bad, right? Once you bring your awareness to the good aspect of the person, you will immediately turn into that mode. Your energies will also flow in that way only, and then you will manifest that experience. So this is the simple. I have started doing this for a few months now, actually more than few months. I started practicing this by myself, that anytime I meet somebody, the first thing that I bring to my mind is, wow, how beautiful this person is. Before even my mind begins to evaluate, I bring a thought automatically and naturally that, wow, how beautiful this person is. Because in the back of my mind, that concept is very clear, that this person or anything else is also made in the image of God. Right? So starting point itself is that. Then rest of the experience changes automatically. Right? So if you, like in your situation, you say, if you have a person around you whose negative aspect is attracting your awareness, disconnect right away. Disconnect from there and retune into the same person's other aspects. Okay? Good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Sheelamji, you can ask your question now. You wanted to clarify something?
Good evening, everyone. Actually, today's Nehaji's meditation was so good and beyond words. One thing, she touched upon every aspect so beautifully and did not give too much of gaps of silence where we feel we are lost. You know, the continuity keeps our feelings move along in the meditation. And really, I realized one thing, because I have always been a very sensitive child, always fearing loneliness and always having some fears in me. So actually, one of the cause which I took medical career was because I just felt this career is one you can never feel lonely. If you want to work, you can work 24 hours. So it's not like a office work that after 5 o'clock you have to come home, then you don't know what to do, But then I realized, actually, with the stress of that fear of loneliness and this thing, by the time I reached medical career, I developed arthritis. And then, of course, it was told it's stress induced. At that time, I could not make out what the stress is. But now, after hearing Nehaji's meditation, this thing, it made me realize, actually, I had started feeling sort of very lonely in myself, because life was that way. Well, parents were busy in their own activities, because my mom used to accompany my father for all the tours. And my sister was never a sister. She was like a more dominating mother at home. So the closeness was never there. With my brothers, I was close mainly to my elder brother. But then, I entered medicine, he finished his engineering, so he moved out. So that brought a feeling of vacuum, that I'm lonely. So maybe, plus the stress of medical career also affected me on the whole. So now, actually, to tell you frankly, I've stayed back alone in Dubai, wanting to catch up with my unified. And I can't believe last 2 weeks I've been alone, which I've never done in my life. And realizing that this has its own charm and has brought a lot of confidence in me. And
Yes.
now that this chapter is makes are all my self-induced ones, and I should really be able to overcome them.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
good.
I think,
Perfect.
it is a great journey, though I know I
Yes.
have to really read many more times to understand the depth, to
Yes.
get the feel of the thing. But you people are really great, and I really enjoy the way today Nehaji's meditation was. I really
Excellent.
enjoyed the moment of it because it made me realize my own life and where I was at fault and how I should rectify. So just
Yeah.
wanted to convey thanks. And the way you read the chapter, you made it very easy yesterday. But when I started reading on my own, I felt it is not that easy. It is tough. I don't know why. Yesterday when you read, I said, oh, great. It's a very nice, easy chapter. Today at home, I'm trying to read. Every paragraph was looking so confusing and saying, how it was read as if it's something very easy to understand. So I'm sure now today's explanation will make it easier to go back and read again.
Yes, definitely. The more you repeat, the easier it will become. You will get the depth of it. But my suggestion is, in case you are finding it difficult when you are reading it, you can start that recording of the chapter reading that we were doing. Do
Mm.
paragraph, because we always pause at the end of every paragraph, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
The way we read it. So do one paragraph, put the video on pause, and then
Mm.
read it yourself, and then figure out that discussion. Whatever explanation, go with that explanation, read it again, and then be clear in your mind about what has been said and what more is coming from within you. There may
Yeah.
be more that will come out at that time
Mm.
when you read it by yourself, right? So do this paragraph by paragraph, and then you will eventually be able to comprehend the entire thing together.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shailesh.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Really try
Yeah,
it.
I'm really happy. See, this is what I have been emphasizing to everyone right from the beginning, is that you will have to learn it by yourself. Inner within you unfolding will happen, right? So now remember this, for the past 2 weeks you have been by yourself. It is your own manifestation, remember,
Yeah.
your manifestation of being able to catch up with this course.
Yeah.
You remember, you told us you wanted
Mm.
to catch up. You had missed 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to catch up. So you have been provided opportunity by the universe. Okay, here you go. You have the opportunity. So you manifested it. And together with that comes the experience of being independent, feeling your uniqueness, feeling
Yeah.
yourself in totality, right? Not overshadowed by your environment that you don't even see yourself. When you are by yourself, you are able to see yourself more clearly, becomes easier to know, right? And the more you know yourself, that the more comfortable you will become in your own company.
Yeah.
Remember that. We all, if I am not comfortable with myself, how will others be comfortable with me? Right? So the thing is, that if you start becoming more comfortable with yourself, then you will see people will not leave you. They will always be around you. Why? Because your presence will give them comfort. You have become comfortable with yourself, right? That's the key. So becoming comfortable with yourself is again part of self-acceptance, chapter number 10. So, part of self acceptance will bring within you a change of loving yourself. You will begin to love yourself, appreciate your own perfections, right? And then that is going to change something deeper within you. And with that change, you will be so comfortable with yourself. Then, what will happen? Whether somebody is present with you or not will not matter, right? You have become your own source of everything, energy, knowledge, wisdom, whatever that may be. You are your own source. Then you don't need anything from outside. You are generating everything from within. And that's when others, whenever there is honey, bees will come there. All kinds of flies will come there. This is what you are going to become. You will become that sweet thing, and everybody is going to come around you. That's when you will enjoy the company which you always wanted, right? You will enjoy it also. That's how the whole thing is. Manifestation is happening every moment, all the time. So you manifested this experience of being by yourself. Fantastic. Remember, there's a story of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. In his life, his final stages of enlightenment. So that I've heard this through Osho. I do not directly know that story, but Osho has described in one of his speeches that story. But basically, it is about that your guru can take you all the way to a certain point only. Guru can guide you to a certain point. Beyond that, the last leg of your journey has to be by yourself, alone. And that is what leads you to enlightenment. So the last leg of your journey will always be by yourself. That's the beautiful part. So knowing this very well, you can always take support, get all kinds of help, and whatever exchange of energy or whatever you want from everyone, but then be very confident that I am still the source. I am the source of everything that I need to be here, to experience this universe, right? So when you become the source, then you are not dependent on anyone. This is what Buddha also said: become your own light. That's the meaning of it. All of this is about becoming, knowing yourself, and then becoming totally connected. That is unified, becoming unified. And then you become the source. And totally you are independent then. You can manifest anything around you whenever you need it. Right? So I'm so happy to hear that you are now beginning that path, that journey. This is really beautiful. So just enjoy,
In,
cherish these moments. Yeah.
in fact,
Yes,
my
thank
husband
you,
is telling,
Sheelamji. Thank you for
uh,
sharing your experience.
no,
Really,
in
we
fact,
look
husband is
forward to hear such experiences actually.
my husband is telling everybody, before she was not so busy, now she's even more busy that we don't get to talk to her also. So if I ever got
Yeah.
asked, I just everybody. Then if I want to sit and listen something, I said, no, I'm not coming. I have to go sit and do my notes. She's gone back to her school days of sitting and writing and analyzing. So thanks to all of you. Really
Oh,
great.
yes. This is a beautiful journey. Yeah. And then remember, when you become the source, your fragrance is going to spread. You won't be able to hide. Your fragrance will spread around you, and everybody is going to feel that fragrance and enjoy that fragrance. And unknowingly, they will become totally connected with you. That's the power of this course, being unified.
Thank you. It is very encouraging. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Anyone else would like to share something? We've had beautiful sharings today, right? So much filled with um, positive vibration. So beautiful. Thank you. All right. So if there is not nothing more, Nehaji, would you like to add something? Okay, let me give you that. Can you unmute now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I can. Thank you. No, because we have been working on two claims, so if anybody has any questions about creation of the claim or any confusion, then this would be the right time to ask. Arundhati ji, you want to share something?
I just wanted to thank both of you for excellent session, and almost all my queries in the process got sorted out. Almost all answers got sorted out and answered. So again, I'll be really, because this is very important for me, because everything that was shared, in your meditation also, like my sister not talking, who stays next to my home, has been aloof with me for last 5 years, not talking to me, and that created so much of emotions in me, almost, and I thought it's just anger, but yesterday was Ji really defined and clarified that the unspoken anger just turns into grudge. So that is what precisely happened with me. That she being elder to me, I could never back answer her, and I just withheld with me. And same for my mother-in-law, who stayed with me for almost 40 years, and I could also not reply her back in any way. But all that anger, pent up anger, that resentment, and that unable to express all that made me really felt so suffocated, and it impacted my health in all possible ways. So now, after having listened to the almost 14 chapters, I realized that is, of course, it's on my request that this divine plan got manifested, and I just didn't know how to release all that. So I was just holding on to all those emotions, and that caused this. So earlier there was a blame game happening, but now it's a complete responsibility taking, that no, whatever happened for me, it was my emotions and my thoughts which manifested outside in this way. And and there is a gratitude. But now today, when Shailesh ji explained that, somewhere, even if I send love to my sister, what is happening, because it was told to us, and I felt very nice, and I realized that my heart had completely closed, could not, just everything doing as a duty, not really from the heart. There was a kind of dissatisfaction, hurt, and unresolved things inside. And later on, but now I realize that, because in spite of the sending love to her, I am focusing mentally on all the things that she did wrong to me, the domination part, the hurt part, whatever that she did. So now is the time where do you focus, and I get energy from that. The moment I switch over, this was the missing part which I got, that I got clarified. I really want to thank you for that. And then sending love, that makes sense, because otherwise, आपका किया करा है सारा drain out हो रहा है. Like, even if you send love, but I may not expect love from them, but then, it is all that energy is getting drained out, because I'm again focusing on the negative part of it. She did that to me and all that, the domination
Yeah.
part or whatever. So so this was a very great experience. Probably I've been just somewhere praying to my higher self. I want to sort out the remaining part of it. I did try my level best to sort it out, but now, to a great extent, things are sort. I feel they are sorted out, and now it becomes easy. Let me definitely work on it. And I just want
Yes.
to thank both of you for an excellent support system and help. Really, really, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Now you have to, how will you release what you have just dug out? Now you have dug out. one particular relationship we are dealing with, you and your sister, and now you have lot of experiences behind that disturbance.
Yes.
Now, how will you release them? I will tell you a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Easier way. The easier way is bring it up one thing at a time, one experience at a time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have it in your memory, that means it is
Yes.
important to you.
Yeah.
Okay? Bring that experience up and say, well, okay, now I am so many years old. Does this really matter to me anymore? Right? How how do I see it today? At that time, in that age group or whatever time that was, yes, it mattered to me. I felt disrespected, whatever, right? Today, does it really matter? And one by one, release them. Well, okay, it's useless now, not of
Yes.
any use for me, right? At this point in time in my life, I don't need this, right? That's how you will be able to clean it up. And then you will start with a clean slate. Then your love is going to actually flow. When you say, I send love to her, it won't have any blockage, no barriers, it will just flow. And you will then see the result. Right away, you will start seeing the consequence of that. Immediately, you will see it. Right?
So, in the same context, I also want to ask you one thing, that sending love to almost all body cells, entire 3 trillion cells, so all body parts, I definitely every day send that love.
Yes.
Um, is it this the right thing, or
Yes.
any
Yes.
anything that you suggest you?
See, sending love can never be wrong.
No, no,
One thing
that's
is
okay.
guaranteed, right?
Like a specific thing, like for my
Yes, do it. Yes, do it. In howsoever many ways can you express your love, just do that.
like somewhere I was resisting. This also I could identify the kind of thing which was coming in the way. I was resisting. ऐसा
Hmm.
ना हो, वैसा ना हो, वैसा ना हो. So that resistance, of course, after that, my blood pressure I manifested. And they said the pressure is going up for no rhyme and reason. Of course, now it's with the medicine, it's settled. But I can be off the medicines once I drop that resistance of any kind, and feeling again insecure about this thing. Same is the sweetness is gone, so again the sugar, had come up, and the last part, the grudge part of it, I was holding on to grudge for so many years, almost 30, 40 years, one after the other. I just didn't know how to release it and how to get off it. But I was just somehow praying to God, just show me a way to come out of it. And one after the other, this beautiful program started coming, and this has helped me. But then grudge also I need to, and then this chronic illness of my blood, like blood cancer, happened for me. So this was again. So now I can say that after having heard and having contemplated so much, now I can say that even all those things was a wake up call for me. बेबी जाग
Yes.
जाओ तुम, अब जागो, अब छोटा मोटा दवाई लेके काम नहीं चलेगा. Now it's time to work at a root level, grassroots level, and sort it out for yourself. Probably that was my
Yes.
learning of this life.
Absolutely, yes. Your grudge has entered your blood now.
Yeah,
That's how that's how chronic it is.
yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
So
I admit.
work on the grudge, and I have told you the method, right? So
Yeah,
your own, for example, your own resistance to something,
yeah.
bring it up. Okay, why am I resisting? What are the reasons? What is holding me? Is it important at all? Or am I just because of habit I'm resisting it?
My habit.
We also develop habit of resisting, saying
Yeah.
no to everything, right? That's a habit. So we have to look at that pattern. Okay, what is it that for me to work on? Why am I resisting? Why can't I let flow? Every resistance is a block in the path of flow
Yes,
of love.
love. And this was a very, very profound statement which I read in the book, in this
Ah,
chapter particularly, that all those thoughts
and particularly the anger part and the grudge part is blocking the love. So that's why I'm not experiencing love even for myself. So now I realize that loving myself is equally important, and in the interest of um, my self love, I can drop everything. मारो गोली
Absolutely.
मारो
It,
गोली
it, it
उसको.
is, but it is, you can't, but don't suppress them again, right? You
No.
have suppressed forever. Don't suppress. Bring it up and then deal with it. That is important. Dealing with it, that means assess it in today's situation, in this at this point in time, in this environment where I am, does it mean anything anymore? Right? Re-evaluate it so that you can redefine that problem in your mind,
Yes, because
and that will help you let go.
I remember as a child, when I was just 5 or 6 years old, that time also, we are six brothers, sisters, and out of them, everyone got some kind of scolding and beating also. But I behaved like a good girl, always at home and at the school also and college, completed my homework and all assignments in a way that I never get scolding. That was a kind of big agenda in my life. So डांट ना पड़े, and and the moment I got married, my husband has been very quiet and peaceful, but my mother-in-law was a machine gun, on and on for no rhyme and reason. I just didn't know how to handle that, and that kind of and जवाब भी नहीं देना है. So I kept my mouth shut and kept doing all the household jobs, all the duties beautifully. But internally, I was not at peace at all. And holding this for such a long time, it needs sorting out. Of course, it needed a sorting out.
Absolutely. And you will now have to take out all that you have suppressed over the years.
No,
Whatever suppressed,
I've written it.
right?
I'll sort it out one by one, one by one.
Yeah. Deal with it. Exactly. Deal with it. Don't let it go back under again, right?
No brushing under the carpet. It has to be, addressed, and it has to be done purnata, completion of
Perfect.
that.
Perfect. Yes. Yes. Please go ahead, do that, and you will see a big change in your health.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and also be mindful of your thoughts. Like you cannot keep replaying the same thing that this and this and this happened, this and this happened. The more you think about those incidences, the more energy you are giving to those incidences. You are
I
still
guess,
restricting the flow of love.
yeah.
So go back and see things which you know you felt grateful about. There might be like Shailesh ji said, there might be some experiences which you created, like happy experiences with them. Think about those instead of thinking about what they did or what they did not do, or how I held myself back. See those things where everything was perfect according to what you wanted. So keep your energy there.
With the new wisdom, now I can see that whatever happened was a perfect divine plan. But at that point in time, like 24-year-old Arundhati did experience all that, and she was holding on to it. Now I need to release that also, what I have been holding on for such a long period of time. And
Yes.
that will help me to clear up my slate. And then on a clear slate, when I write, I love you, then it gets conveyed very clearly. Otherwise, it is overwriting. On a grudge, I'm writing, I love you, I love you. What nonsense. It doesn't work. It's not effective, what I'm saying.
Excellent. Very good. I'm happy that you have been able to kind of grasp the entire philosophy that we are dealing with here. So beautiful. Deal with things one at a time,
One
one
at,
at a time. Many of them will actually help dissolve others also,
yeah.
right? They are connected. So working on one will help you overcome others as well, right? Now, one thing I would want you to also, once you have done with this, you may want to go back to that young Arundhati,
Uh,
the one who wanted to please everyone,
yes.
right? That one you have to go back to her because you have done the biggest suppression in your life.
Yes.
The real one who wanted to play, the real one who wanted to dance, You have quietened it, right? Let that one come out. Allow that one to come out. That's the real Arundhati.
Yes.
Allow that Arundhati to come out and blossom like a flower,
Yes.
right? Now you can do it. Now you don't have to please anybody,
Yes.
right? So if you want to become a vagabond, just become one,
Yes.
right? Just do that. All I'm saying is allow your real self to come out.
Yes. As Jaya said, sang the song, मुझे भी यही एक अलग सॉन्ग आता है मन में, आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है, आज फिर मरने का इरादा है, तो मरेगा कौन, तो आइडेंटिटी मरेगी, एंड जीना है, the real self will really start living with love.
Beautiful. Perfect. Absolutely.
वो गाने का मन हमेशा होता है, मन में आता है वो बात, and I was a really happy go lucky person, and
Yes.
great, and somewhere so many things just got, just suppressed for no
Just
rhyme or reason, because of the wrong belief system, whatever. But then I now take the responsibility and sort it out once for all. एक एक करके सारा
yes.
कमरे से सफाई करते हैं ना, वो सारे कमरे
Patient.
सफाई पेशेंटली करना
And
पड़ेगा.
yes, yes.
और
Do one by one and allow your real self to again open up, right?
I
Yeah.
I
That
I
will,
think time I could not tell all the things which were I was encountering at that point in time to everyone. So I just didn't know. So that's why I wrote it down. Almost every, this is hurting me. This is making me feel insulted or suppressed. But then what do I do? Just didn't know the way out. Probably again I had to encounter to such a great and then come out of it. पहले खट
exactly.
लो बाहर
Exactly.
निकलने
Yeah. Yeah.
बहुत बड़ा ये गारंटी और सपोर्ट मिला है, वो है कि ये हायर सेल्फ इज ऑलवेज, लाइक नेहा जी सेड, इज द लविंग सपोर्ट इज ऑलवेज देयर विथ यू नॉन स्टॉप. सो वो हाथ पकड़ के आई कैन कम आउट ऑफ एनीथिंग.
Mm,
कहीं पर भी
perfect.
में भी गए ना तो
Yes.
पाताल
Yes.
वहां से भी निकल सकते. That's the kind of confidence and the hope that has come up. That is very, very encouraging. So
Yes.
at CWT also was sharing, it's a great empowering kind of session, very very deep and very touching to the heart.
Yes.
It's very, very nice. So I want to really thank all the fellow colleagues who have been sharing so beautifully, and their sharing and your clarity and
Yeah.
understanding has really helped us. Thank you so much. It has been
Thank you. You, I'm pretty sure that you have got the right track now. Work on it, and you will come out of all your health challenges. Trust me on that.
yes, I
If
do
you
trust.
work on it, you will come out. I'm pretty sure. So just do it.
मेरे अंदर का वो एक पार्ट जो है ना, वो अनटच्ड है, वो प्योर है,
Hmm.
वो उसके सारे तो निकल जाएंगे पूरा,
हाँ.
नैया पार कर जाएंगे. बाकी जो ऊपर का है वो सब हेड, यहाँ का ब्रेन मतलब माइंड का गेम चल रहा था, उसमें फंस रहे थे, उसमें लॉजिक लगा के जस्टिफाई कर रहे थे. बुरा नहीं लगेगा क्या, दुख नहीं होगा क्या, एंड स्टिल गेट सेट. सो दैट पिंग पोंग जो होता है ना, ऊपर जाता है कभी यहाँ आता है, कभी ऊपर जाता है कभी नीचे आता है. So all that struggle was happening, but now we are very clear now where to look the whole events,
Yes.
all the events through this heart. यदि
हाँ.
बुद्धा होता तो बुद्धा कैसे सॉर्ट आउट करता. बुद्धा यदि एनकाउंटर करते तो बुद्धा कहाँ से करते, यहाँ से करते, लॉजिकल माइंड से, क्या हार्ट से करते. ये समझ में आया, तो अब लगता है कि यहाँ से कर सकते हैं. पर स्टेप बाय स्टेप, एज यू राइटली सजेस्टेड, just whatever that you have written, whatever instances which have been bothering me, hurting me, whenever I recall, I need to just sort it out one by one, and then
Yes.
come out of it, and see that they are no more relevant to hold on to that.
Yes, exactly. अभी उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है इस लाइफ में,
They-
right? Now I am X number of years old now, and
Yeah.
now these things have no relevance anymore for
No,
me. Forget them, dump them. I don't need to carry them forward, right? That should be your explanation to yourself, right? Clarity. So good. Very good. I want to see you come back and show everyone that, well, okay, here I am perfectly healthy Arundhati here,
Yes,
right?
I'm
Yes.
already healthy. I'm in perfect health. हुआ कुछ नहीं ऊपर कुछ हो गया disturbance and some it got impacted. That's it. But I'll recover fast, 100%.
Absolutely. Very good.
Very
Perfect.
nice.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that's a very important thing to note, that when we have such chronic, like life-threatening diseases, we always are fearful about death, right? And we have to also see death as a source of liberation, because if something happens, face that fear. This I've learned from my Guruji, that face that fear. If death happens,
So
you
what?
will not have that pain anymore. You'll not have that suffering anymore. So you'll be free from that.
And
So it's
ये
something
समझ में
that
आता है कि हर चीज जो sorry, is it sorry, is it audible?
yeah, it's audible.
Whatever is happening, even the death happens, is for my good. So
Yes.
even this, all those years, whatever suffering that also was important for me to come out of it, to become awakened, जिसको बोलते हैं ना, not other pressure होता तो I would have taken one tablet and settled that for the whole life. Never worked on myself internally. What is going on? But now with this kind of uh, all this attack from all the sides, then I realized it's high time that I work on myself. Something has gone wrong internally, which I need to work on myself, and I take the responsibility for that. Yes, otherwise the blame game was always on them. They did like that to me, and I felt I was justified. But now it is my thought, my reaction to the whole thing was could be changed now, and
Yes.
work on that. And
We are the creators of our experience. We have been learning that throughout the book, that it's in our hands. We can create an experience the way we
yes,
want.
yes,
So we need to be just aware of that thought, that divine quality,
divine.
and just create that experience, that I am centered. I mean, there will be events happening for me. Like yesterday, there was a little bit of, disagreement sort of thing, and I was not in the space to, I mean, I was going to reply back to that person the way I have been replying, the way I have, it's conditioned in my body. But I held myself, and I just took some time, and I told that person, I'll get back to you in some time. And in that time I centered myself, and then from that place I gave a reply to him. So that place is very important, from where you are actually giving love. You have to first come to that place of love. That is why it has been told in the chapter, come to that place, and then you do this process. Then you can create those experiences. So that is why clearing our aura is so important.
तो ये जमाना है जिसमें पूरे टाइम फोटोग्राफ लेते रहते हैं, सेल्फी लेते रहते हैं. So if you take it from here, the angle is very different, and if you take it from here, the angle is very different. The same person, the same event, if you see from the head, it's very different. All the ball
Yes.
games different, and when you see from the heart, it's absolutely very healing and soothing and comforting for us and for the other person also, and the relationship also. So
Yes.
the new way of the whole event and life in itself has been very transforming in this particular 14th chapter, and the previous chapters, of course. Everything helped. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you, Masters. So, is there anything else anybody would like to? There was someone else. Okay, she's not here now. Okay.
Sonali ji, I think, wanted to
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, she's not in the meeting right now, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, if there is nothing else to add, Neha, then we can bring the session to a close now.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Masters. We'll end the meeting now and get together again tomorrow for the third day of this practice. Just keep doing your practice and The experiences shared today are really, really very, encouraging for all of us. They open up a lot of thoughts and things within us. Each one's experience is helping all of us in gaining depth of our own inner things which are preventing, right? So it's so beautiful. Let's continue the practice and see how best can we utilize this knowledge in improving the quality of life that we have, right? So